Now, you know what would be even funnier the third time is if OBS stopped working again. Wow, I love it when it does that. That's awesome, dude. I'm such a big fan of that. It's so cool when it just decides it just doesn't want to work. I love that very much. I think that's the best part of it, personally. I don't know why, too. That's the worst part. It just decides it wants to quit. Like I'm going 2,000 kilobits a second, and since I'm streaming on two platforms, it should be about 4,000, and I get 6,000. So I don't get it, you know. And it's very annoying at this point because I'm tired of having to stop what I'm doing to reopen it, and then it crashes again 10 minutes later. Again. Oh, hey, look at the little guy. We'll leave him be for now. At some point, his ass is gonna be iron, so we got enough of the villagers locked away, but there just are not any cows, unfortunately. That's a fletching table. Good for him. But I really don't know what's causing it, and it's just starting to get a little frustrating. Because unless I'm not looking with the right, unless I'm not looking with the right words, I can't seem to ever find anything about it. So my best bet, or my best guess rather, is that it's because I'm trying to stream in too high of a bit rate. So I know my computer can handle it. I mean, this is taking like 0.5% to use OBS of like my CPU because I have an actual like good CPU, but it just it just doesn't want to do nothing, unfortunately. We'll go fuck around here and see what's going on down here. I haven't been here yet. Yeah, you know, I could probably land this. Yeah, it's easy. Just don't die, dipshit. Duh. Now, speaking of dying, that's cool. It's a cool little place, though, if nothing else. I like that cave. There will definitely be some cool stuff to explore down here, though. Okay. You can blow up like you know no one. Oh, no cow still. Still haven't found your mother, but that's alright. Or even horses at this point. I mean, it just needs to be something that drops leather, because I just need 16 of it, so... We'll find something here soon enough. But at least it's at a point where it is actually, like, crashing, so I should be able to get some kind of crash log or something, so I can figure out what's wrong with it later, but... You know, it just needs to be something. Horses, no way. Leather. No leather, dang. There we go. That's what we want. It is sure nice of them to help, though, and give me their leather willingly. That they willingly give, because I wouldn't just kill horses for fun in game or anything like that. And, you know, for no, but, you know. Hey, that's already half of it. That's cool. How nice of them. Let's see what else is out here. Oh shit, is that mangrove? Oh shit, that might be fucking mangrove. That's a lot of vines and it looks a little too thick. Ah, that's some... Is that mangrove? Ah, that's just fucked up jungle. Ah, it counts. So cool, just not what I'm looking for. Alright, it literally has 0 drop frames, and it's holding steady at 2200 kilobits is my connection speed, so it's gotta be doing solid here. I can't see it fucking up that hard. Seriously. But I said this, cows, I've said this so many times, but gotta be true this time, right? Probably, please. Tired of fixing it. Alright, let's go ahead and get our handy dandy fire and do a little bit of trolling. Yep, there they are. Look at them go. Look at how nice they are. Just waiting. Hey, well, you could be a little nicer. I mean, you could just sit here and, let it happen. Because you're not getting away. I mean, you can just sit there and try, but, I mean, you did not drop any. That's not nice. Damn, same deal, huh? Got that other one about to go for, but there should be another one up here. Ah, here he is. Look at him go. He thought he could get away. How cute. Okay, now, it's not as funny the third time when I get no leather. Still pretty funny, but come on. That's not cool. Let's see how well anything's working. Oh, it still is. That's a good start. Hope it stays that way because it is very annoying when it wants to give up constantly. I cannot believe I had better luck with horses than with, cows. Like, come on, man. Alright, we got more up here, so at least we can get some more, but still. I just need the leather is all. I could take some back with me, too, to breed them, but I'd rather just find some that naturally spawn near the jungle and then just kind of go from there and not having to haul them like 800 blocks by water and then lure them up a mountain yet. Things get really desperate, I can, but they shouldn't. 9. Okay, cool. Why can't I make a block of leather? Come on, like, you know I want to. And it's very useful, as we all know. Ah, that sure is nice of them to not drop again. Hey, seriously, it's just not that funny. Come on. I could have sworn there was another cow up here. Oh well. There's this guy though. Look at little man. Hey, thanks for the leather. No way. I believe we need 4 more. We're at 42 in total because we got 30 back in the base and 12 right now. So we're getting there. We are very close, but close isn't it yet, unfortunately. But we are getting there. We got sugarcane over there on that island. I'll probably go snag, but wanted to look for this guy first. There we go. 14. We only need 2 more, so that should be super simple. And that's pretty much good. Still need to get like 1 more, but we'll find it on the way back. So why don't we go ahead and grab the sugarcane and get the hell out of here. Start making our way back. Good area for some stone, I guess. If I really ever needed this. Not that I ever really would, but it's here, so that's nice. Hey, it passed the 10-minute mark without crashing. That's pretty cool. Let's see if it passes the 15-minute mark without crashing. don't think I changed up a lot of my settings that hard, and I'm pretty positive my internet hasn't really been given out or nothing either, so I don't know. I guess it dips out too much sometimes or something like that, but I don't ever really know the reason why it crashes other than it just does, so I can't exactly fix something I don't know what's causing, so that's no fun. It should be out through here. Technically, I could have just gone around the ocean, but we'll see if we can't hit a cow on the way back or something like that. Or at least a horse again or something. Oh yeah, I got my cat hanging out behind me too. He's just a cool little guy. I love him so much. I would have probably, maybe, I don't know, would have streamed Splatoon this weekend, but alas, it is Splatfest, so there's pretty much nothing to really stream. Because who would want to play Turf 4 for 15 billion hours? I'll give you a hint, I really don't want to. It's not bad or nothing, but I'm just not that big a fan of it, honestly. There's our place. Look at it go. I saw that. He thought he could get away. But he can't, luckily, and that's good. Alright, now, if we're lucky, we'll get it right here and now. Realistically, we will not get it here and now, but, I mean, still got good odds, just... Are they good enough? Drop it, come on. Yes, they were. Yay, wahoo. We did it. Got enough leather for a whole set of bookshelves. It's just the sugar cane we're missing out on right now. That's an easy enough grab, so that's alright. Looking to see if I can find any shipwrecks, because if they have paper, I'll go in and like snag that. I would have earlier had I had inventory space, but well, I kind of haven't had it, so you know, can't do a lot about that. Now, as for where we're gonna put this enchantment room, I don't know. No, actually, that's a lie. I kind of have an idea where I want it to go, but it doesn't exist yet, so... That little cobblestone tower that I made, after I made those ladders that go up through the mountain last time, I want to make it into like an actual like wizard tower with stuff like that. And just have a big room up there that has like our enchantment table and like an anvil and things like that. And also some brewing stuff as well. Because it makes enough sense. But there's the mountain up there. It's pretty cool. Look at it go. We'll leave you alive. We don't need to kill you. But, you know, I'll get them one day. Let's see here, we will dunk all of this away. There should be one for mob drops like this one I've done that, but maybe I haven't yet. I suppose not. Oh, let's throw it in there. Rest of the inventory is looking pretty solid. I've barely got... Oh, no, I've actually got a lot of lapis. Nope, we're fine. I would say I barely have any, but I'm coasting at more than a stack, so I think I'll be okay. None of this is grown yet, but that's alright. I don't need it to for a little bit. There we go. Of course, the big thing will be getting mending when it's ready, but yeah, that means I have to go to the village to get that set up, so that's always good. Except for the part where it's not, but I wouldn't worry about that. Wizard Tower. Let's see here. We'll grab a little bit of cobble, and we'll pop up our ladders. And then we'll probably have one that goes in through here or something. Just as long as the shape is good, I can always like replace the blocks. As if I would ever actually do that, but I can always replace the blocks later. So as long as we just make it a good shape, then we really should be fine. And like, yeah, we'll just work with something like this, so it's not too bad. I'll always make a little spiral staircase, which is probably what I'll end up doing. Well, let's go ahead and pot the bed down first and sleep. Let's maybe build it up first before I start thinking about building a staircase. So, hey, it passed the 15-minute mark. No way. That's good. That's very good, in fact. And we'll take this iron just to kind of get it out of here. I don't want to overtake a bunch of it just because I do want to save a lot of it for when I get fortune, so that's why we're going to be a little bit careful about that. There we go. We'll mine that later. I mean, this also lets that sugarcane grow too, which I'm hoping I get a little bit more of it, but who knows? Maybe one day. I really hope I do, but that sugarcane, it grows when it wants pretty much, which kind of sucks, but so one nice thing about bedrock is being able to bone meal it. Alright, let's see. We'll build up another 3, and then I'll probably be good with the actual height alone, so I think I got a cool idea for a roof, so not really a roof more than it is just to cap off the building. But let's go ahead and get this ring of blocks done first, and then we'll go from there. So what we're gonna do is we'll leave the center alone. But what I can do is I can go up and like bits of 3 around like this. And then we'll leave the center kind of like intact for a little while. I've still got enough cobble, so I should be able to finish this up, but if not, I can always go mine more anyways. There we go. And then we can do another set of 3, but leave those 2 alone, and I think you can start seeing the pattern that's about to happen. So by the time it loops all the way around to the back should be the biggest here, so it look pretty neat. Nothing else. And then same deal. We are actually running out of cobble, so we might have to mine more. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Especially because as you get up higher, it gets cheaper, so that's pretty good. Wow, OBS is still alive after 22 minutes, finally? I don't believe it. You know, I always forget about the offhand until I'm doing stuff like this, and then at that point, I'm already done, so what does it matter? Hey, some more sugarcane grew while I was doing this. Nice. Let's see how cool this looks or doesn't look. Yeah. Okay, now, in order to MLG, you actually have to be good at the game. Also, I'm lucky that didn't kill me. Oops. Interesting. Interesting. That's alright. I'm sure it'll be fine. You can heal it back pretty quick. You know, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle because it's all the same type of block, so that never helps. But yeah, that's fine. I might have to smooth it out a little bit because it really does feel like it's missing a little bit on some parts, but other than that, that's fine. I mean, whatever. It's an easy enough fix to smoothing it out, but I like it. Kinda. No, actually, yeah, I need to fix that now because it looks a little bit too wrong right now. I think my cat's snoring. He's real tired today from doing nothing, so I don't blame him. We'll do that just so everything's blocked off, but otherwise, I can start swimming up here. Now, luckily, I've already got these slabs too, so I'm pretty much thinking all I really gotta do is go up like a block and a half every once in a while, like this. So we can still keep our torches here. And then we can do a little something like this. and just kind of work our way up. There we go. And then we can pop around to the other side, and we'll probably just slab off the top like this, just that way it's a... No! Quit it! Quit being a goofball, come on. Little man's being a little goofball, as he is, but that's alright. Oh yeah, we slab this. Whoops. There we go. And then it should just be as simple as just work back down and not fall off a cliff. That one's optional though. Might actually be optional if I'm not that careful. Jesus. As I sprint. Okay. Maybe not do that. There we go. Okay. I think that definitely helped it out a lot. Who knows? I'm no builder. Look at it go, about to ruin everything. Uh-oh. Well, it can't ruin everything, and it definitely is gonna ruin everything. Oh. Whoops. And there goes everything off the mountain. Gotta love water, right? Oh yeah, that one's on me for doing that. An easy fix though, at least, but still is annoying. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll have like windows going down the center of it too, so it won't be like that forever. And again, I can mix in some better blocks in the future too, so that way it actually, you know, isn't all the same block. I just don't have that many to spare right now, so I'd rather not. Yep, we are completely out of cobblestone here. But that's alright. Who needs it? I might need it. I don't have any coal on me. Got some here at least, but dang. Well, I guess I need to mine a little. There we go, that's a good start. Maybe get... Oh, I've already got 20 of them. There we go. I think we'll go mining for diamonds or something. Oh, let's go maybe work on the sugarcane farm first real quick since it's right here. Yeah, here we go. So that actually did help build up a good bit of it. We negative a bit till we build it all up, but I think we're already getting there, so we should be able to start using some of it to make our bookshelves and our enchantment tables. That'll be nice. Here we go. Yeah, half a stack. That's a good start. Oh, and I still have that Fortune 3 diamond axe, I think, so why don't we go ahead and grab that for these potatoes here. Yeah, so fortune 3 on any tool increase the harvest a bunch, as I don't actually get anything from it. There's a normal amount of potatoes, but you know, it happens. Still got more out of it. Alright, let's see here. Paper, there we go. We can put that away. We will go ahead and make a couple of books. And we'll go ahead and take that and that. Make one enchantment table. And then put the rest of the diamonds away. And the obsidian. And I need some wood. And we'll make some bookshelves. And there we go. That's a start. Now, where to slot it, though? As in, I already talked about it, and I already forgot my own words. Dang. Oh well. But yeah, we'll go ahead and slot these in the valuables for now, since we don't really need them. Same with the table. We'll probably try and use some deep slate on the inside for like the spiral staircase going up, since I got a good bit of it right now. But that's a then discussion. This is now. We're gonna head on down here and see what we can't find. Wow, that shows up real dark on stream. That's crazy. Who would have thought, right? What do you mean having no lighting looks like dark as shit? But we're almost at the bottom. You can see it, the light at the end of the tunnel. Here we go. And yeah, we dug out this big ass room and we can just pick a direction and go. Oh, yeah, those. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see here. Now, depending how we do this as well. So if we start there, then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the mirror. We need to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is in every corner, we'll place down a torch. And then we'll have like 8 separate branches we can go through. So we can start here, and then go here. And then we can go from here to here. And then that's our last split. So what this means is that when we're digging, I can just look to a side and pick a direction and we'll be able to cover a bunch of it. So like if I wanted to go strip mining here, all I have to really do is something like this, where we go out 2 blocks and then just look over to the left and mine and we get nothing. Look over to, as I look to the right, but we just look over there and mine and we get nothing. And then we go forward another set of blocks there, and we place down our torch, and we look over to the side and we mine a little bit and we get nothing, and rinse and repeat, except I can do that 7 more times until eventually I run out of like areas to look through. So of course our main goal is lapis right now, but that's alright. It's already been half an hour. Cool. I think I heard lava. I hope I did, because lava's pretty cool. Unless I'm going, like, insane. Oh, I did. Yep. That's good. To our left here, so we'll probably break a little bit and see what we can't find. Let's also, just in case, maybe have that a little bit closer. Oh, I don't like that. Now, the fact that it hasn't triggered a shrieker is very good. But... oh, the sounds. Oh, I don't like that. Shit. We're getting very close to it, but... please, stop doing that. That's mean. Hey, Diamond Ho. Alright, luckily this area is pretty well isolated. But that is what I was afraid of. Yeah, as I was building the tunnel down here and I saw it was in the deep dark biome, I kind of had a feeling. We're gonna have a lot of scouting to do. Because this is probably not that good. Nothing yet, that's good. Definitely gonna want to stock back up on torch. Get through a fucking wall. Oh, you dick. What an asshole. Okay. He hasn't set off any sensors, so that's the one nice thing about bats is that if they set off a sensor, I'll know that I need to be a lot more careful. And this one hasn't yet either. And we should be getting in a regular... yep, regular cave. Yep. Ouch. Nothing above. And that's where our problems start. Because we have a shrieker down below. Everyone's favorite. No other coal on me. We're just hitting spaghetti caves at this point. We will block this off. Like so. And... oh, no, that doesn't look fun. Oh, I got nothing too, so if I fuck up, I don't have any wool either, so there's no way I'm going down there. That's a death sentence right now. I might be close to a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for here? Ancient city, that's the word I was looking for. I might be close to one. I've got no idea, and I've got no proof, but I got a feeling in my heart that that's not good. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. I don't like that. That's bad. The witch especially too. Don't like that one. I can lure this guy. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. What we were looking for. I can lure the witch by now. Here we go. What I got on me? Effect wise. Oh, she missed. No, she didn't miss. She did hit me with it. I think I had weakness for like 2 seconds. Now, the real question is, what's down here? Oh, the answer is nothing. Technically, there is something down there, but it's too little anything for me to really think about it, so we're gonna act like I was never here. But we do have this place blocked down pretty good. We'll go ahead and seal off a little bit more up in here. And otherwise, we know we have something worth exploring out in this direction by here at some point. Some point is not for a while, by the way. Oh, okay, that scared the bejesus out of me. No way. Please get out. Thank you. Let's also, maybe take care to light some of this up a little bit better, too, since we're going to be up here a little bit. And I'm out of torches, so the answer is actually no, we're not going to do that, apparently. Where I came from, I've been up there before, and I sealed that off. Out of torches. I'll light that up like so. But I am still out of torches, doesn't change that. Alright, we need to light up more there. I guess we could take a small peek down here if it doesn't mean... If I have to get into a fight with something, I'm just gonna skedaddle. But you can see we've got some sensors down here we need to be a little mindful of. And we definitely need to do some occlusion to really get down here at all. There's nothing worth anything down here at all. Because my eyes are having a hard time trying to focus, but there's nothing over there. We've got more cave that way, but it's, you know, it's just not safe right now. I just don't have the wool, and I don't have the torches. Like, there's nothing worth doing at the moment down here. But that's alright, these things happen. But we're pretty safe here now. Luckily there wasn't anything here. Luckily, because that would have been really bad if there was. Yeah, we'll just a little careful. Is again, I don't know really what's... That was just one part of it. We didn't even explore this part yet, and I've already gone through all my torches. Yeah, we got a catalyst. Yeah, this is... Okay, that's not my eerie noise. Good, that's just a normal cave noise. Okay, pretty good. We haven't triggered any sensors because there are none around to trigger. That's really good then. Whoops. Let's not do that often. And I think we're just in normal cave now, which is fine, but let's find out. Let's hit F3 here. We are in a sparse jungle, so the answer is kind of. I mean, no. I'll take a rain check on that. Cool idea though, but I will pass. No, we're still pretty safe at least. If I trigger it once, whatever, but of course, we want to really not do that for as long as possible. Preferably at all. So we're gonna scout up ahead a little bit, and then we'll break this like a smart person. Okay. See, we're fine. Oh, okay. Got diamond up in here. Oh, yep, I see bone, and I don't think that's a catalyst, so let's be a little careful. Might be a shrieker. It might be a catalyst after all. But we've got too many sensors around, so I need to disarm any shriekers first. We've got one that needs disarming. I don't see any others. But just because I don't see them doesn't mean they don't exist. So let's be a little mindful of what we're doing here. Now we got a catalyst embedded in the floor. It might be a little difficult to tell, but the glow's a little different, like how like the texture sparkles, and it doesn't flash like these do. And also it emits light. That's usually that's the easy sign. Oh, fuck you. What is this? Claustrophobic ass piece of shit. That's not good. Because it's so thin in here. That probably. Okay. We're not gonna go up there. I'm gonna break this and skedaddle because I think something's gonna fuck me here if I'm not careful. That seemed to have been the only shrieker for a while, so. Oh, phew. Okay. Disarming that's what we really are after, so. Yeesh, man. I'm good. I don't have any torches, so I don't want to really stray that far anymore. Yeah. Now we got that diamond there we can grab. This is awesome that this is directly under my house. That's very cool of the game to do that. How nice, right? Pretty safe. Safe-ish. I need more torches. Like, I need a ton more. But we do have one way locked down, at least. That's always nice. We're gonna do something like that. That way I can keep my strip mine going here. But, yeah, that's cool that that's directly under my house. I love that. That's so awesome. I really hope it's not an ancient city, though. It would be pretty cool objectively, but I, do not have the resources to scout that yet at all. I got no torches. I don't even have fortune yet. I've got no wool. I've got no sheep, so I can't get a bunch of it neither. So it's just a lose-lose pretty much if I do that. So I'm just, the answer is I'm just not gonna yet. At some point I will, but certainly not yet. Whoops. Miscalc. My bad. Well, act like I didn't mind any of this. Now, at least because of how I dig my tunnels, even if I do piss off like every shrieker possible, like while I'm mining down here, I'm not in any real danger, which is pretty nice. But you know, because the warden can't spawn in anything that it, you know, will start suffocating in, which, you know, too high tunnel. I mean, it's not gonna happen, so that's good. Still do not want to deal with that though. I've had enough of dealing with the warden for a while. I built a mob switch in my other hardcore world, and it's like 70 wardens in a tight box, so you can imagine that's not very fun to deal with at all. That's why we have a bunch of other ways to go when I want to mine. So yeah, cool. Let's head back up to the surface here and see what we got. I wish it was this quick going down, but it could be. I just choose not to have it is all, which that's on me. Here we go. Got some glowstone. Some of that. You got a lot more sugar cane here. So this should actually do us pretty good. I think this is enough to get all of our bookshelves in. It seems like it is nothing else. Definitely seems like it, yeah. Here we go. We got our leather. Almost got all of the books there, but we're still missing a good bit. And we still have more wood. But we are finally almost there. But I think we can start working on the way up, so why don't we go ahead and start on that. Let's see here. What kind of slabs do we want to make? We got a nice bit to choose from. I think we'll go for tile. I'll probably blow through a bunch of these, so we want to make a little bit here. And we're mainly just going to make the staircase up first and then worry about whatever else. And let's also grab some coal. We've got enough here to do a little bit. There we go. Hey, we got some rain. How nice. We want to actually probably have a... Oh, yeah, well, maybe not get struck by lightning now that I'm thinking about it, but it would be pretty funny, though. Just saying. The other thing about Bedrock I miss too is just being able to climb up ladders a bunch quicker. Do a little something like this. Oh yeah, we'll get up there in no time. And it's pretty cheap. Oh, I thought I was out of slabs already. Nope, I'm not. I made a lot, so... Thought that was only a stack. Yeah, we'll do fine. In fact, I think I actually overmade, which that's alright. They're still very useful for later too, but... what a shame. Oh well, we'll do a little something like this every pillar. Of course, I need more coal, but, you know, that's pretty solid for now. Oh, I actually already have a lot in reserve still, I totally forgot. Like I was trying to hold on to it, but can't hold on to it forever. There we go. That's a lot better. Of course, we got coal there, but, you know, like I said, I'm trying to hold on to it for a while. Whoops. Go ahead and fix that part up. Easy fix. There we go. Got a nice set of torches going the whole way around. And why don't we do a little something safe, like putting water in here? That ought to help, right? And of course, it's always good to have a water source pretty close. There we go. Yeah, we'll do a little something like that. That way, if I fall, I just gotta fall straight down, and then I can just get back in. But, yeah, it's a good bit of space. There's our tall in there. I'll have to make some deep slate tile, I guess, but I think I'm gonna end up making a little tower extension over here. So that way I have a little bit more space to work with for brewing. We'll just have like a little thing that juts out the side and things like that. That'll be pretty cool when it's done. Not to mention the view from up here is pretty neat too. We'll take some of these in the walls, just for a little bit of safety, you know? And I forget what the recipe for tile is, so we're just gonna pop on down here first. And make sure to maybe not fall off a cliff too hard in the process, but it's fine. Let's see here. Oh, right, yeah, tile. Here we go. Little something like that. Green would definitely look cool with it with copper, but that means I have to have copper, which, come on. Let's be real here. Is that gonna happen? No. But I do want a nice little contrast block. Amethyst is the other, like, solid one, but, you know. Still means I have to have amethyst, which I just don't really have right now. But I'll keep it the same kind of style with the way the spires are set up, or like the towers. Here we go. That's cool. Do a little something like that. Ah, that's what I was missing. Give me a minute here. Sorry about that. Looks like we're all good again. Yep, there we go. Cool. I had to go order an Uber, so that's always fun. Yeah, we'll do a little something like this. I think it actually needs to be a little bit better in the back here. It feels too thin, so we're gonna undo a little bit of this here. Of course, this one might not work out the way I want it to, but that's alright. Do a little something like that. Especially because it's off center now, so that's a little annoying. Quite the pickle, like that one guy. Funniest shit I'd ever seen. Yeah, this one's not doing it for me either. Feels wrong. Definitely off center. I guess let's think about it a little bit better here. So if we do that. There we go. I think that's a little bit better because it's actually on center now. Which definitely helps. We'll just do a little something like that, yeah. Cool, so now we got a little bit more room, at least for brewing, and not to mention, since it's a staircase, we can, you know, come up here now pretty easy. That's pretty nice. Is it particularly good looking? Not really. Does it matter? Yeah, probably not. What does matter though is that this thing looks like it needs to have a little bit more support, so let's maybe try and work on that here. Just a smidge. Of course, I'm gonna need to make more tiles, which, yay. I wonder if I remember actually how to just craft them, because I got the materials to do it, but don't really remember how to craft them. Let's find out. I think I just put 4 of these together to make these. Then I do that. Then I do that. Okay. Polish to bricks to tiles. Like so. There we go. There we go. I think that'll definitely help sell it a little bit better. It's like a half pipe like this. Yeah, I'd say a little something like that. It goes a long way. Gotta go down. I think 3. If I need to go 3 blocks in. There we go. We'll do a little something like that. Yeah, maybe. Might be a little bit too sharp again. So we'll probably whittle it down a little bit. And then use half slabs on some of these. Whoops. Thought I forgot something. Here we go. Alright, cool. So this place gives us a little bit more room to work with. Just have. I mean, can't hurt to really have, you know? And of course I need ladders that I don't have on me, but I do have in general, so that's nice. And then not to mention we got this little, like, sub area down here, which is always good to have access. We'll take a look at it from the outside. It probably doesn't look that good if I'm going to be completely honest, but as long as the shape's okay, then I could really give a less of a shit about what it's built out of. Other than dirt, can't really have it be built out of dirt, but, you know, otherwise it's not that big a deal, so what does it matter, right? Let's go ahead and sleep. And let's grab some more sugar cane while we're down here. The shape of it is definitely right when it pokes out, but again, it's just that block palette is a little bit too fucked up, so Cobblestone for the main one definitely was not the way to go, but, you know, like texturing it with tough will go a long way, or doing some kind of gradient, but, like, we can start with cobblestone at the bottom, then work up to tough, and all that kind of stuff, but just cobblestone, not the way to do it. You know, looks like a fucked up little cactus, basically, but, you know, it's fine. I could definitely have, like, the back part of it at least look a little bit cooler so it pops a little bit better, but that's on me. Alright, well, either way, we definitely have enough for, what we're really after, so why don't we go ahead and do that first. And we will put that away, and that, and that. There we go. I didn't think it was even that loud, honestly. I mean, it's barely up at all. But yeah, I'll try and scooch it on down a little bit. But it's already pretty quiet, but that should be good. Hopefully it's quieter, but we'll find out. Yeah, something like that. That should be fine. I don't speak very loud either, so that probably doesn't help at all. Let's see. There we go. Should have that last book in here. Yeah, here we go. With that, that puts us at a full thing of bookshelves. And then I've already got a good bit of leftover sugarcane. But that puts us at a full 15 bookshelves. We will take the axe with us. I gotta work on not making this tower out of cobblestone at some point, but that's a later me problem. That's not a me problem right now because it's not my place pretty much, so. As for where this can go, I was gonna just slot it in up here, but now I'm not so sure because there's not as much space up here, I guess, as I would have liked, which is a real shame, but we'll make it work. Hopefully. Let's see. No, yeah, that's just not gonna do me any good. Shit, well. Kinda screwed myself there on that one, but that's alright. Just build something down here, honestly. Of course, it's not really even, so that's gonna not be cool either, but. No, I've had worse things to build. Just start slotting shit in. No, see, that's just not gonna do it at all. Dang, son of a bitch. And I just wasted all that wood to make these, and now I have to get rid of them to rebuild them. Well, yeah, man. I don't even know where this one pops me out. At least this is a fine enough spot to be in, but still. Unless I do some fucked up kind of thing where I like try and curve it in on itself, but I've got a feeling that one's not going to work out too well. So we're going to try it anyways, because I don't know. If not, I'll probably just put it downstairs, which, you know, not that cool, but at least if it, long as it works at this point, it's really what I'm looking for. And it's off one. Whoops. We don't want it to match there. And I need to get more deep slate. Yay, I love deep slate. Such a big fan of deep slate. I love mining it all the time. But that's alright, it's a work in progress, so it don't really matter how it is or isn't. There's plenty of time to fix it too, either way. In fact, technically this might fix it. We'll find out. I mean, it's not really that big a deal. Because now that way I can do that. And if I can just take out a little bit here. I could see this working out, yeah, because now I've got 15 cobble, so we'll use them to represent bookshelves. Yeah, I could see it now. To an extent, dang, huh? Maybe. I don't know. At this point, it just needs to go in somewhere. And that one does not need to go there. No, we can still make this work. Just gonna be a little fucked up, but it's nothing can't really fix. Yeah, there we go. Let's go back down and grab our deep slate and go from there. And that's why you use test blocks first and not just bookshelves straight up, because when you do use bookshelves straight up, then you find out, oh, this thing doesn't fit, so it's better to get something like dirt as like a stand-in, and then that way it's super easy to move by comparison. Let's see here, we'll go ahead and grab some tiles. Like so. And we'll just keep moving. But there's plenty of time and stuff to fix it, so it's not really too big a deal that it's like this. It's a little annoying, sure, but nothing that can't be fixed. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. I'll have to redo the whole roof, which ain't really too big a deal, just a little annoying, but probably just get rid of it for now since it's just a roof. More just something that looks cool, but you know, it's a roof, it don't need to be here. I mean, what the hell's gonna drop kick me from above, right? I mean, shouldn't really have to worry about nothing. And not this high up in the world. Mm. Oh, yeah, it's maybe not walk off a cliff. That one would not have been funny, but... Oh, might have been a little funny, but still, I don't want to do that. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, fuck it, something like that, I guess. There we go. I think something like that'll work a little bit better. Alright, it is jank as all hell, but on paper this works. Probably. Yeah, this works well enough, because again, we got bookshelves there. A little something like that. Only stairs were real, you know, maybe they'll make them real one day, but they haven't patched them in yet. And then we'll get rid of the bridge for now, just to make things a little bit easier. And because I don't really need it at the moment. The Minecraft music? No way. Yeah, fuck it, good enough. Don't like that sheep just being there still. It's such a weird fucking sheep. Still shaved, so good for him, but come on. I don't know what he's cooking over there. Being a diabolical little bastard. There we go. Something like this ought to give me a little bit more room to work with. Now, whether or not it's good is a whole different question. But it's passable. It's the main thing. Except for getting down to the other floor, though. That's kind of not. Shit, that's annoying. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. I guess I forgot that. Whoops. There we go. Now I think we got something a little bit nicer. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. At this point, I'm just fucking eyeballing it. I'm not gonna lie. It's just getting a little stupid, so... Yeah, you know, trying to center 3 blocks on a not 3 blocks is not a good idea. Who would have thought, right? But I think we can still make it work. It is just going to be a little tricky though, but I think it's still fixable. Very tricky, but yeah, it's definitely fixable. It's time to sleep with it. We're getting shit starting to spawn down there, so let's maybe sleep and make sure I don't fuck it too bad. I only got 40 subscribers. Well, yeah, well, you know, no one wants to watch someone be boring for, 4 hours on YouTube because, I mean, yeah, that's pretty fair, honestly. Most of it's about the journey and not like the finished product. So, but that's just not how it works. You know, I don't really advertise anything at all on YouTube, or I don't like go to Twitter and try and plug everything every second I get. So, when you don't try and play like any kind of like algorithm game, that's just it, you know, there's nothing left at that point. You don't really have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. That feels like the wrong move. Oh shit. That's still doable, but yeah. Mainly too, again, it's just all a bunch of like VOD dumps. If I wanted to edit something, I probably could once I learn how to use like any kind of editing software, but you know, that's just this kind of content just doesn't really go anywhere on YouTube at all. And it makes enough sense why, but it still does hurt, yeah, but it's, well, it's fair, you know? I mean, that's how it is. Not what people really want to see, but, you know, times change, so I'd rather stick to doing something that I enjoy doing, and, you know, other people like it, cool, but if not, that's cool too, and that's really all it should be. Here, 1, 2, here we go. I just want to make sure I get this on the right side, but... But metrics on YouTube only really matter, or even in general, even on Twitch, they don't really matter until you hit it big enough for it to matter. But for me, it's not going to matter for a very long time, if ever, because you got to have the subscribers to begin with first for it to even, you know, be an issue. And since I don't ever have to worry about it, which is nice. But even if I did, what? It's extra money, maybe, but so what, you know? Doing fine enough as is, don't need a whole lot all the other times, but yeah, it's it is how it is. Still jank as hell, not gonna lie. I think still janky. Don't like it that much. It'll probably grow on me soon, but hopefully. But the best workaround I got at the moment, so this is just how it is, unfortunately. Not a bad workaround by any means, but it definitely is a little weak. But I can get rid of that torch so it doesn't look as awkward, and you know, that's fine. I could simplify my streams down into 10 and 20-minute videos, but see, that means I would have to go through like 18 hours of footage, and for what, you know? I mean, there's not really a reason to for a lot of these. I do want to have like a separate like edited one day, but I'd rather not have it be this world, you know. If I do an actual like recording and like editing, I want it to be on a separate world that's specifically for, you know, recording on my own time. Because whenever I stream these worlds, I just try to always stream like everything on it 24/7. So that's why I don't really go AFK in them, or like if something happens, you know, I make sure to explicitly go out of my way to say, yeah, I like showed off a world tour to, you know, some friends of mine here or there. It was only an in-game day, that kind of stuff. Because again, you know, integrity's pretty swag. But I think like on my other world, I've had it for like a year and a half by now. I've only really played on it for a year. I did kind of stop playing it for quite a while, and I'm still kind of not playing it for a while, but still pretty neat. Go ahead and get our bookshelves back too now that we have these. Shit. Let's maybe go down here first and then go back up. At least it's a quick ride back up. It's definitely not fun that this strip mine flows down through a deep dark. I got more torches now, sure, but I need more looter. Yeah, the 187 part series, yeah. That's the first hardcore world I did, and it's still alive and all that too. I can use shields and totems in that one, obviously, but that one I put a lot more time into, like an actual more than a year. Um, I'm on day like 1700 or 1800 something in there, so I'm pretty high up there. I've got a wicked like trading hall, but there's just I'm just at a point there where I'm really waiting for the crafter to show up before I really like hop back into it again, because it's gotten to a point there where I've done so much of everything else that the only thing that's left worth doing is building. And as you can guess, I'm not exactly much of a builder, spoiler alert. So redstone's very cool, and building can be cool in moderation, or I guess with better scale, because I tried to build things a little bit too big, and I just wasn't ready for the scale that entailed, unfortunately. So like there's a sphere over there that I'm trying to build that's got a 256 block diameter, and after like 2 weeks I finished a fifth of it, which means I still had another like, oh, what was it, a fifth of 170,000, which should be about 30,000 something blocks, 35,000 blocks is what I had placed, and I still had another like 130,000 to go to place down. So as you can guess, that's fucking insane. That's not an easy project, period. Like that is just ridiculously like stupid. Now, if it was done, it would have been very cool. Uh, if it was done, which means I would have to sit down and finish that, which I'm good. Thought about it, but again, that means I'd have to sit down and finish it, which, you know, come on, that one's not happening. Not for a while, at least, the way things have been. And that's alright. Let's see, what can we get? Now, notice how it's not fortune. We also don't have our grindstone up here. So let's maybe do a couple of other things. I want a trap door over this as well, so that way I don't run into it again by accident. Oh, we'll just use jungle wood right here. Let's see here, what do we got? Trap door, there we go. Pop that over it like so. And then we're gonna have to take our grindstone with us. Some of this lapis, some extra diamonds. We'll make a spare pickaxe to try and get a fortune on. Let's see. Grab the tiles. A lot of building is just put stuff down and see what works and what doesn't. Like I want to build a river, or usually just having an idea is really all you need to get started. Like I want to at some point build a river that flows from the mountain and probably like under like that part of the tower, and it flows like around and it goes through, and then it would probably cut down through here and go all the way around, and then eventually there's a canal, and in fact I'll actually have to climb up this staircase to show it a little bit better. But eventually there's a canal I want to dig that will do a couple of things. It'll be a canal that goes through an entire continent, which is pretty good. So it's really good for just being able to ride a boat the whole way through. But the other thing it's really good for, and it'll start from that beach and it'll cut straight through to the other side. But the other thing it's good for is being like just a natural like boundary. So I only have like so much I need to light up. So instead of doing all this and all of that to light up, I'll just have to light up this half pretty much and I'll be pretty much good. Um, and then I want like a little fishing dock at some point that goes down there as well, so I get out to the ocean. And then I'm killing this guy. I don't like him. But at some point I can have and I've actually dug a tunnel out there too, but I'm gonna have like a bit more farming in this area because I want to terrace the land so that way I can do layered like farming. And we got another patrol down there, but they can do their own little thing. But I can terrace the land like this, except for that little part that I need to knock off. But I can terrace the land to do like tiered farms. So I could have like carrots on this layer, and then I could go down a couple of blocks and terrace it a little bit more and have wheat and then potatoes. and like the basin that forms at the bottom there that flattens out, I could plant like a forest, for example, and things like that. Um, and this mountain I could physically build like just houses and buildings coming out of it if I really wanted to, or do whatever I wanted up here really, but it could be some pretty cool stuff. Could be. Having a mob grinder would honestly be pretty nice up here, but of course that means I'd have to build a mob grinder up here, and I'd rather wait until everything else is lit up above. Like I'd have to light up this whole mountain before I could really do that. Which ain't bad, but you know. I forgot to bring the fucking grindstone with me. Yay, wahoo. Go grab that. Let's go make a new one, I guess. There we go. Add that. Add that. Make that. But building can be pretty fun. I would definitely rein in the scope of it a lot more, because if you bite off more than you can chew, you end up having a hard time staying motivated to finish it, unfortunately. Which really sucks. Again, I do have a couple like really cool ones I've always wanted to like finish up, but I just bit off more than I could chew, and it cost me, you know. It was a real shame. And, you know, these things happen. Wish they didn't, but well, they do, so that's all there is to it. We'll do that. We'll dump something onto here, and then we'll just so it gets out of the way, we'll probably go for Unbreaking 1. Fortune 2. Too fast, stupid ass shit. Efficiency 4 maybe, but come on. That's the other thing too, getting levels is definitely a little annoying without a mob farm or anything. Forgot how much I don't miss that. Oh, that's alright, these things happen. Hey, we got an enchantment room at least, if nothing else, so that's alright, it's pretty good. Got a solid enough way in. And then we've got the mountain up here that we can do. The main thing really is just getting a fortune, is what I'm really after. I might just keep having it get reset till I get Fortune 3 available. Because then I've at least got something to grind for, but... You know, Efficiency 4 might give it to me, but I kind of don't want to just bank on that because that ends up being pretty lame. Hey man, come on, this ain't cool. Okay, seriously, come on, this ain't funny. Come on, man. I know you can still roll it, but it's, you know. Like, wow, Unbreaking 3, yeah, that's the one I really want right there. Although that's actually pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie, for that kind of deal. Oh fuck it, I've got the diamonds. Let me go make a third pickaxe. Because if I get another pickaxe that has efficiency 1 Unbreaking 1, what I'll do is I'll combine those together and I'll combine this one, so at least I'll have Unbreaking 3, efficiency 3. So it's better than nothing while I'm kinda just biding my time. Do a little something like that. Then I'll put a crafting table up there too. Of course, I need an anvil, so I've got the iron, but I could always use a little more. Except I don't really actually have a lot of coal, because I'm trying to save it when I get fortune, so I don't have fortune yet. I need to get it, but just don't have it yet. Alright, let's see here what else we got. Breaking 3, yay, wahoo. Oh, sweet, I can just combine those directly, and then I'll just disenchant this one then. Alright, I should have a good couple of levels for this, but, you know, pretty much I won't be able to do anything else for a little while, because I'm kind of out of material otherwise. Let's see. Go ahead and get an anvil. Pretty easy to get. And then let's just see how these combine. 9 or 11. We'll do 9. So I'm breaking 3, efficiency 3. That's a good start. That's all that is a start, so. We find diamonds quicker, but it doesn't matter if it's not fortune, so. I almost wish I would have taken fortune 2, but, you know, this isn't exactly bad either, so that's alright. Speaking of fortune, there's fortune 1 that I don't actually have enough levels for anymore. In fact, I'm broke. Like, I don't actually have enough levels for anything right now. That's nice. Do that. Efficiency 3 for 30 levels. Definitely a scam, but, you know, that's whatever. It's gotta show up in here at some point, though. I mean, seriously, come on. Well, it doesn't have to, but I really wish it did because, again, this kind of stinks. Efficiency 4 yet again. Well, I guess there's nowhere else to go, unfortunately, except for mining, so. That's alright. I just need more levels, honestly. Got my channel from a Mr. Beast video. Only Mr. Beast was real. But nah, that's pretty interesting to hear about. Why has anyone even found it? But yeah, I kind of just stopped streaming for quite a while just because, you know, rest of the and I forgot to take that off me. But, you know, I had the rest of my life kind of get in my way, so, you know, I had a lot more stuff to do. Oh, that's cool. I guess we got some more stuff there. I wish horses were real too. They drop nice leather. That's where half the bookshelves came from, is from horses, so that's always nice. Oh yeah, we've been here before. I want to continue the one I was working on, yeah. Actually, no, we'll ditch it, we'll go a different way. That's already lucky. Same deal though, want to wait for fortune. Which I'm gonna be waiting a while for, apparently. Oh, technically I don't have to wait per se, but you know what the alternative is, of course, which I promised I wasn't really gonna do until after I defeated the Ender Dragon. So unless I want to go speedrun the dragon right now, I'm kind of gridlocked, unfortunately. Till I get a lot more levels, which I don't have. The answer, like usual, is child labor. And by that, I mean villager trading. Which I don't really want to have to do for a while. But I might have to. Now, I guess what I will do, if nothing else, is I'll pop into the nether and see what we can't get. Okay, there we go. We'll take a little look around the nether while I'm thinking about it. Whoops. There we go. We gotta start mining some diamonds though, because I am kind of running out of everything. So that's fun. Don't have a whole bunch of cobble, but I already did a lot of my infrastructure work, so we're actually pretty much good to just go for it. Didn't have to worry too much. Now, Nether's a lot harder without a shield. It's not so bad with a shield, but without it, it's immediately a pain. Like a massive fucking pain. So, we've already got great security out here too, but piglins are the main thing that are ridiculously sketchy, so don't want to hang around those for too long. We got a highland there. I do have a bunch of bone blocks over there I could go steal. That might be useful. The main thing is just getting out of here without it being dumb as shit. Because again, without a shield, this place fucking sucks ass. Quartz is at least good for getting some levels, but if there's anywhere we don't want to be, it's a Soul Sand Valley, and we don't want to be there for too long. Because it is sketchy as fuck without a shield. Even with one, they're already like really sketchy. But I'm sure we'll be fine. I can just run away. Not faster than me. Let's also maybe put the bed away too. Or oh. That's how it's gonna be, huh? He's got aimbot. I'm also just bad apparently at games. That's a shame. You know, I really ought to get a bow now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's where he went. Interesting. Bunch of quartz in the ceiling that I can't really get to. That's the one nice thing about farming over here is that all these bone blocks from all these fossils makes it so you can really jumpstart a bunch of farms out in the overworld. It's pretty nice. I imagine using aimbot could never be me. I take pride in missing every single shot possible because it's funny. To hit every shot with perfect accuracy, you know, what's the point at that point? It's just not cool. Alright, look at the ghast. Look at him go. Go say hi. Oh, he's gone. Good. Got another fossil up there we can try and steal. At least a lot of this is soil. But we still do want to be a little careful, maybe. Because I can just jump into a cliff and die, so... Like down there, for example, I could definitely just instantly kill me. Not instantly, but I had good fucking luck coming back, and that's how it begins. Oh shit, he's got high ground. Oh, well, he had high ground. And he threw it, which is good, but... Puts us at like 9 stacks of bone meal, which is pretty nice there. Ah, let him go. He's harmless. He's an asshole, but... Ah, his bones. What was that? Oh, I thought that was Nether Fortress pillar for a second there. It was not, but that's alright. Don't know if there's one that's really close by. I still don't know the seed, and I'm gonna keep it that way for a very long time, if pretty much the whole time, honestly. I don't really see myself using chunk base. I got by before without it, and I could get by without it again. Might be cool to have every once in a while, but eventually I hit a point when I used to use chunk base a bunch where I would just sit there and stare at it for like an hour and a half trying to plot out like the most perfect thing, and yeah, they definitely take some of the fun. Now we're gonna maybe not get too close to the ledge here, but yeah, that took some of the fun out of it using chunk base a little bit too much, so. Hey, Basalt Delta, that's biome number 4. Pretty good. But we do have to be a little bit careful up in here. Only a little. We're gonna waste as well. A mix of everything. We'll go for this guy. Oh, he's got a buddy. That's not good. Okay. This isn't funny. Less funny, I think he had a power bow. Ooh, yeesh. Yeah, if I'm not careful, I'm probably gonna... Nope. Zombie pigman, very cool. How nice of him. But I know that one's not gonna be fun to deal with, so we're gonna leave that one alone. Oh no, that's not good. We don't have anything anywhere, in fact. Shit, man. Imagine dying could never be me. Luckily, I just remember that I just don't have to die. I mean, it's pretty easy, you know. But no, none other fortress. Unfortunately, not even a bastion nearby, which is a little bit of a shame, but can't be a guarantee, of course. But that's all right. Oh, we want to stay away from that. See, if it's got a sword, it's a no-go. At least bows I can deal with pretty easy, and they're not that heavy hitting, but, you know, swords, we don't want to touch at all. Now, this dumbass, though, if he wants to bring it on, he can, but what's he gonna do, shoot at me? Like, come on. He don't give a fuck, he's fine. Uh-oh. What? Oh, yeah, there it is. No. Oh, great, one's chasing me from behind. Damn, he's still trying to aimbot me, that's crazy. There's our tower up there. Should have this right down here, yep. There we go. I should hit a zombie piglin sometime, shouldn't I? That would be pretty funny. We'll go ahead and plug that back up, and I guess let's see what's cooking down here, because I have another little exit down here I can take. I made another safe area to just do stuff with at some point. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a lot of quartz, though. That's pretty nice. Your deal, nothing really worth doing down here other than having this lava like right here, but I'll light this area up just a smidge then, I guess. Not crazy useful right now, but it could be later, so we'll kind of leave a fair bit of this intact. But having easy access to a ton of lava is always like really nice, so we'll hop down here a little bit more. There we go. So if we want lava, we got some. We got a lot of it too. Probably take some of the nether wood. Only a little. Only a spoonful, he said, with a comically large spoon in hand. Look at him go. Now getting across, immediately much sketchier. Realistically, I could just bridge straight across and probably be good, but what'll probably end up happening is I'll just dig through, but either way, I don't really have the cobble right now, so I'd rather, not. So we'll leave that alone for the time being. Otherwise, let's see what's down here. We're all the way down to a netherite, so we're netherite level, so let's see if we can't find just a little bit here and there. Of course, once you get past all of the gravel, that is. Wow, I'm pretty good at this, huh? Apparently so. Little more? That's alright. That was fucking lucky. Alright, well, I guess another 2 for a netherite pickaxe, I guess. That's neat. Of course, I can't make it netherite yet, because I need to get fortune on it first with normal diamond pickaxe, so... Oh, there's a ton of gravel in the nether, yeah. A lot of it's underground normally, but there's a metric ton of it everywhere. My little netherite mining trick. Just do that. Did I fucking find more, or is that just quartz? Ah, it's just quartz. So I'll take it, though. The XP is always nice. That's not. Aha, it's called, Be Fast. That wasn't fun. Cool, man. Ah, fair enough. Hardcore is honestly pretty easy once you just, you know, depending on how you play it, it could either be really easy or actually hard. Like, without a shield, it's immediately sketchier, sure, but even then, it's not, like, super bad or nothing. Because a lot of it is just risk. Like, if you're willing to, like, play risky, you can have a little more fun, but, of course, if you die, it's a whole different story. So the easy answer is just don't die. I mean, duh. That was pretty good. But no, hardcore, a lot of hardcore just comes from being able to stay alive in one world for a really long time. So the amount of stuff you can build and the things you can do in it are what, you know, really draws yourself in and a lot of other people. It's just how long can it go, you know? And that's why, like, knowing how to build or being able to do, like, reasonable projects is so important there. Because after a certain point, it stops being hard in the sense that you won't die because you'll have, like, infinite totems from, like, a raid farm, or you'll have full protection for diamond or netherite gear, and then it's really fucking easy from there. Pretty much once you hit netherite, once you hit protection 4, rather, that's it. Like, there's really nothing that can... The only thing that can one-shot you from full health is a charged creeper, which you're only ever going to see a charged creeper if you're, like, expecting to work with them. You know, like you're trying to wrangle them. But at that point, you can just have a set of gear that's like full blast protection for netherite gear, and you'll actually be able to tank one at point blank with like a little bit of health to spare. Not to mention, too, a totem will just make it a non-issue altogether. So a lot of it just comes from just don't get bored, because if you get bored, then the world dies in a separate way, as in you just don't ever want to go back to it at that point, which is a real shame, but it does happen. I would know. Trust me. Let's keep mining. Still nothing. Got some gold at least. There we go. But netherite mining is definitely, like, it's not very hard because it's coated with, you know, netherrack, so it's, like, super easy to tear through a bunch of stuff really, really quickly. But, so it's quicker than finding diamonds, to be perfectly honest. But it's still just tedium is all it is. Which, I mean, yeah, you do have to have something to grind for, I guess, but come on. At that point, it's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, these things happen, but, oh, yeah. How do you get the motivation to not get bored? A lot of it is just pick a project. I have a couple very long-term projects that once they're done could be really cool. But they're more things that are there that, like, if I have nothing else better to do and I want to actually work in the world, I'll just do those. Or a lot of it's just play the game normally, set some basic like ground rules at the start to not make things super boring. Like in my first hardcore world, like the one that's still running, I think it was by part 7. Like one of the oldest like recordings that I have of it was like part 7. That was like when I finally started to save in them. I built like a bootleg trading hall and got protection for diamond gear before the first dragon fight. Like I had perfect gear before even fighting the dragon. So a lot of my time at the early game was spent grinding villager trades because that was like one thing I was really good at, was just being able to grind for trades and like having the infrastructure for it and like just the experience like working with them so they weren't as much of a pain. But when you do that, it kind of takes away any challenge or threat. So a lot of it is just, you know, make it harder on yourself a little bit. Or modded's always pretty cool, but I try to stick with just pure vanilla. But realistically, it's just build something really big or go try and do something like get every achievement, or you know, try building a farm that you had never built before. Like some farms I'll build like pretty cheap and easy, like Wither Skeleton farm. Like a lot of Ian Axofor farms are really good. There was one farm I actually made that I hadn't ever made before because it was before the warden just came out. I made a mob switch in the other one, so I could just flick a lever and, you know, basically disable mob spawning across the entire world, and that was really cool. It's a great thing, and it helped out a bunch. Um, that was just a really cool project to do, barring the near death that I had repeatedly, where I think at one point I tried cramming them all into a 1x1 hole, and I was going to use a twisted vine to like stop them from entity cramming, but somehow I had fucked it up, and like they started taking suffocation damage and dying off of each other. So then I had to kill the remaining ones, and then I had to like expand the hole to make it bigger. But how do you kill 24 wardens in a box when you can't drown them in lava and you can't get close to them because you don't have a nice tunnel to them? And it was fucking sketchy as shit, but it was worth it in the end. Still use it a bunch when I'm there, but a lot of it is just pick a big project that you think will look cool and just kind of go with it. It's just have a cool idea and go with it. Like I wanted to upgrade my trading hall, for example, but I decided that once I upgraded it, I wanted that to be it. I pretty much never wanted to make another trading hall again after I was done. And boy, am I glad I did that, because after the villager nerfs that they did, I really don't have to ever worry about trading again, luckily, because they more or less ruined it, unfortunately, in this new update. Since you can only cure them once and get one discount, so you can't cure them multiple times for multiple stack discounts, which hurts a bunch. But I decided to do it right, and I built I like custom made, like, it's a mix of YouTube tutorials and like my own custom stuff. I made a trading hall that was a 1Y tileable design that was very cheap on redstone components. And I made like 576 villager cells to put them in, and then I filled up like 200 something of them with like a ton of different villagers from a ton of different trades. And it's actually at a point over there where I can trade for like 18 stacks of like redstone dust in a single in-game day, and all this other like crazy shit. So it's really cool. It's just economies of scale at that point with just how much was being built. It's fucking ridiculous. Really cool, but it was a massive undertaking, because then I also had to design like a really cool building to house it in, so I ended up settling on like a Parthenon that was going to go at the top of like a 300 block mountain range that I was working on top of that. Which ended up being very cool, and I finished the base of it, so they were safe, but I still have yet to finish the roof and like subflooring and all that kind of stuff, unfortunately. But it's still like a really cool build in there, but it's just missing a lot is all. In fact, I might even pop over there and show it off a little bit, because I haven't been there in quite a while. It's a very cool world, but a lot of it is just you now having the right ambition to have a big project that, you know, you can just see yourself doing for years, or once it's done, it's like record breaking, or everything has to get bigger and better, unfortunately, which that can also definitely hurt your motivation. If you feel like everything has to be bigger and better, or you have to one-up yourself, or you have to talk a certain way or act a certain way to keep attention or have growth and things like that. Which is why I try not to really like worry about stuff like that at all on YouTube or Twitch. It's just I stream in a way that makes me comfortable and happy, so I'm less likely to burn out over time. And again, a lot of it is just having a project in mind that you would love to see get done, because it would be really fucking cool. Not necessarily to impress anyone. Hey, we got some more debris. But it's not necessarily to impress anyone or to set a record or make a Mr. Beast looking ass thumbnail or YouTube video where you can make a good bit of money off it. It's more, I'm doing this for my own enjoyment, and that's okay, you know. Doesn't need to be there to impress anyone else. Or if you're happy while making it, a lot of stuff will follow with it. You know, a lot of that kind of success will follow, but you have to be happy and motivated with what you're doing to kind of have that kind of success. But to not lose motivation, pick something that you can definitely achieve. It's not out of your reach, it's not out of your skill level. It might challenge you, but it's not out of your skill level, it's not out of reach. And make sure you rein in the scope a little bit. Something that might seem like it's not that big of a scope is actually a lot bigger than you think. Because when you sit down and you do the math about how many blocks it'll take to do it, and I don't even use stuff like Lightmatica or nothing like that. I even in like creative to like figure out how big a build would be. I just kind of like have a rough idea of how big it's going to be, and I go for it. But rein in the scope on a lot of stuff too, if that's one bit of advice. Again, that sphere that I'm building, it'll be really cool when it's done, but it's 170,000 blocks of building materials to make it. It's 85,000 blocks of glass, and then it's 85,000 blocks of red terracotta. Like, that is a massive undertaking. You know, it puts even actual YouTubers to shame in terms of just raw scale. And I don't even use anything like, you know, I don't use, in that world, I don't use any bugs or nothing, so I don't use TNT dupers. I don't use bots to, like, place in anything with, like, Lightmatica. I went there for 3 weeks in a mesa and hand grinded it with like a haste 2 beacon, and just even placing it is just fucking insane. I placed all of the stuff that I have there down before Swift Sneak was a thing even. Oh, I don't like that. You can say though, you're a funny little guy. But it's just reining the scale, you know? Like the mountain range that I'm building in there too, it's insurmountable how many blocks it's gonna take. I have absolutely no fucking idea, because I made the scope ridiculous, man. I mean, the mountain range is huge. You know, it covers like a good chunk of an entire ocean, for God's sakes. So it's insane. In fact, I'm gonna pop back to my base and drop some of this off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because of course I still have the world, and plus I kind of want to wrap up for today anyway. So what we'll do is we'll donk away some of this, and probably the quartz can go into there. I want that back. We'll put the quartz away. We'll put that away. That is farming. That is valuable. And we will condense these down into ingots. Tuck those away. And we'll tuck away our cobble. And that's pretty much good. So yeah, 20 levels. That's not too bad. Currently on day 43. Started at 30, so we definitely done pretty good there. But that's enough of that for now. But I will show you the other one. It's called Pee Pee. Because why wouldn't it be, right? So yeah, PP is a very cool world. I've not booted it up since August. I think the last time I did a little world tour for a couple of my friends, but you know, I'm a little stacked, obviously. It's been how many days? 1,870 in-game days is what it's been. So it's a little while. I collected pretty much all the different pottery shards when that new update came out. Update kind of was ass. This is a 1 to 8 map, so every one block or every one pixel is 8 blocks. So you can you can see the scale that we're starting to talk about here. I'm using anvils for decoration at this point. I was collecting all the different armor trims as well. I'm only missing the ancient city trims as well, and I've got all the different building blocks that go with it to duplicate them, and the diamonds too. These guys can stay in jail. And as you can see, I've got a small mountain range. This has been built by hand. All these blocks gathered by hand. I was able to farm the moss with a moss farm. But otherwise, and the lichen was bone mealed in. But otherwise, this was built by hand and farmed by hand. We've also got our gunpowder farm down there that I almost fell into by accident, but then we got this little thing here. This is my storage area. It's a little big. And then we've got this nice little moss hill that I have some frogs and sniffers in. They're just cool. They hang out. They're trying. I've got some of the sniffer plants as well when that came out. I got this cool little tree I built that I store my my enchantment table, my brewing stand in, so that's pretty cool. I've got full netherite tools and then some. And these were done well before the netherite upgrade smithing template was a thing. So I've got those fully enchanted. I've got like backups of netherite gear just because I can. Yeah, and then I've got a small brewing room and, you know, stuff to actually make brewing stuff. And then we've got an actual way out up here. I've got a book with a lot of my main coordinates in it, which is pretty cool, but we go ahead and take a peek out, and we'll go ahead and turn on F3 so you can see the kind of height we're dealing with here. That's Y60 down there at the bottom, by the way. And we're at, like, not that. So we're a little higher up. We are at 267 is where we're docking at. So it's pretty tall. And this is the Parthenon that I was talking about earlier. This is my trading hall. Fully built, pretty custom. Very nice. Built for storage and just for bulk. There's a ton of shit in here. Fletchers are cool, whatever, but emeralds, all from trading. So I have a raid farm, but I don't really use it. But what's the actual real crown jewel of this world, believe it or not, is this. This doesn't look like a bunch, right? These are just tipped arrows. I can get every single type of tipped arrow by trading. And I genuinely do not know of another YouTuber that has that, period. I just don't know. So every single type of tipped arrow that you can craft, I can buy. Which is a very big deal because it takes Dragon's Breath to make these. And while Dragon's Breath is infinite, you have to respawn the dragon. And that means if I wanted to build something in the end, I'd fuck up everything. So, you know. I have tipped arrows if I want them. We got a couple of things for campfires. Food's real cheap, because of course it is. The main bits here are the clerics, who are 1 emerald for 2 redstone dust, and then 1 emerald for a bottle of enchanting, ender pearl, lapis. Since there's 36 of them that are cured like this, if you do the math, 36 times, I think, 16... Or it'll be 16 times 2 is 32 stacks before 32 redstone dust before they lock. So I can get a stack of redstone dust per day from them times, you know, 36. So I can hit like a shulker box a day pretty easy. Same deal with our block of quartzes as well. Those are pretty good. And if we pop over to our other main hallway, we can buy every single enchantment book for 1 emerald apiece. Which is pretty cool. So I'm glad I buckled down on that before that update came out. And of course, we've got our glass pane to an emerald trade. 36 of those, 32 of these. I was trying to do a project where I was going to get 1 shulker box of every book type, and then eventually I decided I don't really give a shit. And actually, it wasn't one shulker box. It was going to be a double chest of shulker boxes of every book type. So I would have a double chest of shulker boxes of Aqua Affinity books. That would be 54 shulker boxes of 27 Aqua Affinity books each. Which, you know, it's a little big. Little too big, in fact. That's alright. This place used to break my old computer pretty much. I actually got it to drop down to about 12 frames a second, funny enough, at my old computer. We're at the back side of the mountain. So you'll see these dirt bands that are roughly outlining how the mountain range would look. So if we go ahead and do a little bit of a flyover, you can really start to see the scale of what this thing will be one day. I still want to come back to this world and finish it at one point, but just the raw scale of it is fucking stupid. And then I've got a small wheat farm here that I use that I actually haven't touched yet, funny enough, that I was saving for packed mud that I ended up never using. And then I've got a small little sugarcane farm down here that's pretty cool. Look at it go. Go ahead and stop down. Yeah, we've got a small sugarcane farm that's pretty neat. And then, again, seeing how the mountain billows out is real cool. And then we've got these lava casts that I had built that I'm trying to demolish, unfortunately, because they fucking suck. This is the Guardian Farm by Ian Axifer that I've built here. So they all feed in through there at some point. It's pretty good. It's good for XP. Pretty nice. But really, dude, it's just the scale of this mountain here is just ridiculous. And the Parthenon's going to be a lot taller by the time it's done, but it's all fully lit too. Like my whole base is down here and within this, like the basin of this mountain range down here, and it's all fully lit up around. So it's very safe as a base. This is a separate little, this mountain range is so big it's going to pretty much engulf this whole like land mass. And it's actually going to meet up with this one over here too that I was working on for like a massive carrot farm. But if we fly out this way, here's the other like crowning jewel of this world that I was working on for a little while. It's the sphere. Everyone loves the sphere. Here it is. It's a bowl right now because I simply have not finished it yet. This is a fifth of the way done, by the way. This scale, and it's only a fifth of the way done. So you can imagine how big it's going to be when it's fully done. This was 30,000 blocks, by the way, I want to mention. I've actually had all the materials collected by hand again, as I've mentioned. And I haven't even, like, dented anything. So the top half is glass and the bottom half is red terracotta. And we've only gone through 19 shulker boxes of red terracotta out of 50. So, you know, you can imagine it's a little big. And then, of course, the fucking mountain range. Like, just, again, seriously, once this thing is built, this thing's going to be ridiculous. Because I'm also going to obviously be filling in the blanks between that layer and that layer and that one and that one. So we'll have this massive underground space to work with. That'll be really fucking cool. And especially once I get rid of these lava casts at some point. But even then, I'm also going to slope up the layers between these so they're not all flat. I'm just waiting to actually build the rest of the mountain range first before I really do that. Behind it as well, we've got our shulker shell farm, our backup shulker shell farm for repopulation in case something fucks up. Because there's a very, very minute chance that something fucks up in one of these. So I have to have, like, backups of shulkers to make sure I can fix the farm if something breaks. Because otherwise we don't have any yet. I guess I just emptied it very recently last time. Oh, because I was doing checks on it last time I was here, so. Once we get a crafter, that'll be really cool because I want to be able to bulk up all this iron because it's kind of just here doing whatever. Oh, we've got a very simple iron farm, and since it's so close to my base, it's always loaded, and that's pretty cool. But, yeah, all this is done by hand. So, and it's not even close to done. I can't even give you an estimate. I got no fucking idea, but it's not even close to done. So, you know, a little bit to work on. It's very cool for what it is now, but it's just not that good at the moment because it's not done yet. And then this is my gunpowder farm. This is based off of an Ilmango video from a little while ago where they spawn in the dark here, and then a minecart with a boat picks them up and forcibly suffocates them, and then if it picks up two of them, it drowns them in a lava cauldron. And actually, this thing's pumped out a fair bit of gunpowder, so it'll only spawn creepers, and it's not bad at all. It's a very respectable farm, honestly. Not very hard to build, but it just takes a while is all, but it's definitely solid. I've got a slime farm down here too. This thing hasn't been running eons, but not that it really matters because there's so much slime there already. It doesn't necessarily matter. Um, I have a honey farm there. My cactus farm used to be where this gunpowder farm is, but I've since demolished it because there just was too much cactus that I never ended up using anyways. We've got our honeycomb and honey block farm in here. We've got our moss farm. That's self-sufficient. This is where a lot of that moss got sourced from that I was talking about earlier for the mountain. And then not to mention we got all this empty space I was working on digging out and just loading with farms. And once we get the crafter going too, I'll repopulate a lot of my old farms down here and fully automate them, so that way they all feed into one centralized like crafter, and then it can all load itself into this like area here, because I should have a lot of empty space back here to make a fully automatic storage system. So there are ideas to build a bunch of really cool shit to make building like this stuff so much easier, but a lot of it takes time. Depending on how interesting it is, and I think it might help reinvite a bunch of new life into this world. I don't use any bugs or exploits in this world, so I haven't even touched a TNT duper or sand duping or, concrete duping at all. But depending on how it is, I might absolve that rule, to be perfectly honest, because it's been more than a year. So at this point, we're not really focusing on surviving. It's building big shit like this. And when you're building big shit like this, you just need material. So cobblestone, I've had to mine all that by hand. Andesite, I still have to mine that by hand. Mossy cobble, I've had to mine the cobble by hand, and I can farm the moss to make it. Um, Moss I can farm automatically right now. Dirt have to be mined by hand, but you can farm all this stuff. You can fully automatically farm dirt and moss and glow lichen and mossy cobble, not andesite, and you can farm stone. But you have to craft up some of this stuff, or there are bits and pieces that you can't do without exploits until that crafter came along. And now all of a sudden I can craft the mossy cobblestone fully automatically. And, if I allow TNT duping and exploits like that, then I can get a fully automatic dirt farm going and a fully automatic cobblestone farm, and then I can probably blow up those lava casts a little bit better and things of that nature. So, and then with the sand duping as well, I can just make more TNT or whatever. Or mainly concrete powder will be the real thing it's good for duping for. Um, because I really just want concrete if I really want to use it in that much bulk. Because otherwise you have to mine all that sand and gravel by hand. So at least gravel you can farm, but you can't farm sand without duping, so. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff is what it is. But when you get the crafter at some point in 1.21, it's going to give you a crazy good incentive to actually build all these farms and build them all close to each other. So my whole base is going to be fucking wicked when it's all said and done. Like, just the amount of farms I'll be able to make. But until then, it's kind of just in limbo. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just need to take an extended break and go start over on another world. But this one's always here waiting for me when I'm ready. But again, you saw how big this sphere was in this mountain range, so seriously, that map is ridiculous. And I've got my map room up here that I have to expand, but yeah, we've got our tree farm, our wheat field here, and then we've got our mountain range going around, as you can see, with the Parthenon from above. And then this is the central island that I live on, as you can see, so there's quite a good bit of stuff in this area. Not to mention the stuff that's going to be built under the mountain range. Because under the mountain range, I could build a whole fucking, like, city under here. And then at some point, the sphere, my end goal for that sphere when it's fully built is I want to populate it with an entire city that goes top to bottom like that. So it'll be a 256 block tall city that's like packed in tight as fuck, and it'll be super cool when it's all done. But it's a multi-year project that might not ever get finished. And that's the point, is that it will never get finished. Because if it does, then there's nowhere left to go at that point. And that's the goal. There's always something to work towards, but working towards it is just it. It's something to keep me busy and to have something to do, but otherwise it's just a goal to work towards that may or may not ever come to fruition, you know? But if it does, it's going to be wicked. And if it doesn't, that's the point, is that it gives me something to do and look forward to, you know? But, yeah. Cool little base tour. Um, Not to mention, I've got a raid farm and a wither skeleton farm and every other fucking farm under the sun, pretty much. So, you know, it's pretty cool. But I'm done here for today. I'm a little tired. It's been 3 hours of streaming. It stopped crashing, luckily, after I messed with some settings, but OBS definitely has been a pain in the ass, which is a little annoying, but these things do happen. But I'm done here for today, so yeah, it's been fun. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.